Hello and welcome! Unlike the normal Minecraft content, I am going to be playing Grime. It is a platform game that kind of resembles, has a similar playstyle through Dark Souls and Metroid. This will be my third attempt at trying to get this to work. The last few times the videos have corrupted. But we're going to start off with a brand new game. Gonna try to show the correct things. It's gonna start off really loud though. Though I do love the art style of this. It's very, on one hand, slightly disturbing, but on the other hand, very beautiful at the same time. And then here we go. And now officially welcome to Grime. The thing I love about this intro is just how beautiful the scenery looks. It's a tad bit demented, freaky, but it's also very beautiful at the same time. And so, this is where you start off with, is being birthed into creation. As more of the body forms, you get this beautiful design. And there we go. So, this is kind of the way things are at the moment. This is the character. His body is made of marble, but has an interesting feature, which I will show in a short moment, with his head. Actually, I'll just explain it now. His head is a black hole, which you can use to absorb attacks. Now, the thing that I just absorbed was a frail hand. There are different enemies, and this one, frail arm. Awareness spurs a want, and that want may often manifest as a reaching hand. Arms weakly flail at any approaching presence lethargically. These hardly pose a threat to anything. They are annoying, but they don't really pose much of a threat. Looking up, looking down. Not only can they take over walls, but they can also take over pots. Oh god. Ow. So that was a boulder head. They hurt. Yeah, so I did exactly what I was supposed to do with that. You just shift across, absorb the hits. Once you absorb enough, the orange bar by the health fills up, and then I press Q and it essentially heals. Sky, stir, breaker, agitator, being. So this is the respawn point. So right now we're in the Weeping Cavity Depths. You can hit grow to grow forward. Right now I'm going to be putting more into strength for the moment. When you level up, you use your mass, so the more mass you have, the better. And then you leave and you grow. An imprinted levelum becomes your checkpoint and surrogate. Whenever you're shattered, you will reform at the last created surrogate. As you reform, so will most prey use their mass to develop your vessel. Essentially, that's the equivalent of, say, using the campfire in Dark Souls. So that guy was a crawler. Oh, but here, I'll read for a boulderhead. Facial features stretched and distorted upon a silent, useless boulder. A formed body and an unformed head. They don't attack so much as stumble forward. The momentum of their head carries them downwards, making it so their fall is not so easily interrupted. And then there's the crawler. Tearing themselves from the ground which birthed them, they eternally fumble in the dark. Those sent enough to comprehend their predicament spend it cursing their existence. Crawlers come in different variations. Some carry lighter burdens, allowing them more mobility. Secret. Different secrets. And the more you absorb certain enemies, you eventually will unlock different benefits. Ooh, so these arm ones, they're slightly out. They're the ancient limbs. So, ancient limbs. An overgrown arm, the result of breath strangely channeled towards the shaping of a single limb. Fast and out of reach, must be absorbed as it strikes. It's very, very annoying. This is Yawn. Get away, you uglies, you! Gasp! Beautiful perfection. Forgive me. For a moment I thought you were one of my misshapen and disgusting brethren. But no. You are not like them at all. Your proportions are sublime. Oh,
Flawless One, please let me serve. I can be of use to you, I promise. I will. I will look for anything that can be of use to you, yes I will. Find you again with a gift worthy of your divine attention. Hey, hey!
He is going to be a common NPC. He's funny and useful. Be wary, though. There's going to be some enemies that like to hide. So, even though this isn't really much of a weapon, it's a nail. A sharp nail with a fingertip formed at the end can be thrown to mildly annoy foes. That is true. Also, this is the person, your character, headless, beautiful statue. But their head is a black hole. Weird, but intriguing. Aha! Prey is complete. So, once you get done absorbing certain prey, over time you will find these little crystals, which you get from fighting tough enemies, which you can upgrade things. Grow to gain. Restores total force on a successful absorb or repel. Haven't figured out how to repel yet, but I have definitely understand how to absorb. Actually, I'm gonna look at controls real quick. Absorb, heal, consumable prey is in inventory. Directional pull. Oh. So, I think yeah. Right here is just a shortcut to get back to the one area if you so desire. At the moment, I do not. Right here, to get the stuff for Boulderhead. We will go back at some point. Once we acquire a weapon, which will be right here.
Gasp! Flawless One, I may have found a gift worthy of you. The glorious carving. Use these stick things to more easily crush the disgusting lessers into a useful materials. Hi hi!
Now we'll open up the inventory and equipped. This is going to be the maul axe. Now with right click, you have a quick attack. With a right click, you have a strong attack. But I'll show some neat things right here. You will have a shortcut and a few enemies. The spiky crawlers you do not want to mess with because they do not. You can't absorb them. They're just a pain in the butt. This is where you get a finger blade, which requires. It's a B rank resonance, but it requires 2 resonance equipped to even equip it. Now with it, when you strike enemies, it throws, as the name states, fingers. Now, let's see. I have 312 mass. We're gonna go back up. Yep, there's nothing hiding right there. But there's a few secrets here and there, such as how to get up there. I'm gonna take out part of these crawlers. There goes that ancient limb. Now, whenever you are attacking, use up the green bar, which is the stamina. If you don't have enough stamina, you can't dodge or attack. Right here, this is going to be a nice thing because this will actually make the map useful. This is a beacon. It now shows you where you've been and where you've not been. Yeah. Eventually we'll get over here, but for now... Yep. Attacking and dashing consumes force, which slowly regenerates when unused. Without force, these actions cannot be initiated. Also, these boulder heads like to hide in plain sight, or... Some of them like to hide and become terrain problems, unfortunately. Ah! So this is going to be where we first come across our first hard enemy, which you can dash through. Okay, now to get him close. Now, when you fight a hard prey like that, it gives you hunt points, which are these, which you then can apply once you absorbed enough of these to get you some really nice things. That was a frantic. An amalgam of beings formed into one another and out of a chunk of rock. The dampness of the cavity was detrimental to the process of all formations. In their haste to rush forward, they can easily be tripped during a sharp turn. So essentially you just dodge forward through them, and they can't do anything to you. Right here, this is where we get our first piece of armor, the Prickly Weeper chest. While it's equipped, you get 5% more health and 10% more force. And if you get a... oh gods! A full set bonus. Makes things slightly easier. Right here. Bunch of nails. But here are some. These guys are well, I'll show what they are in a second. Essentially what you do is right before they attack, you just absorb. Okay, spike heads. After the spikes have grown too far inward, they are pulled from the stump, only for their breath to grow it once more. Cowardly and frail, they attack from a distance using a thorn spike. It should be returned to them. Sometimes these give hints of exactly what needs to be done to beat them. Alright. Okay. Also, if you break this Stonehead's extra head, makes it just a little bit easier to respond. Alrighty. Consumed enough of the crawlers. The crawlers, you can now press left alt to walk slowly, which I haven't exactly found a use for at the moment. Ooh. There are these volatile eyes, which I'm not gonna... Well, I can show for one of them at least. Yeah, they're essentially bombs. Now the hunt for the boulder heads is good. Now, if we were to put a point in that, it reduces incoming damage after failing to absorb an attack. Which is going to be useful at a different point. Here's another weapon, the Twin Fang. It's very fast. It's a B rank dexterity weapon if you want to start dex build early. Now to shift to the second weapon, you just press tab. They also have a quick attack and a strong attack. Alright. Alrighty, with the large. With them, repelling attack damages the attacker affected by resonance. I believe this is where we find the next... Yep, this is where we find the next part of the armor, which is the prickly weeper legs. And then you just use that to get down. If you want a quick way of getting more stuff too. Sometimes it's best to just attack them so that you can get the extra, and this is where you find the extra pair of the final part of the armor, which is the hands. Now I am going to go back around because there was an item I missed. Ow. Oh, jeez. So with the with this game, sometimes you can get hurt doing some stupid stuff, like unintentionally taking damage when you really don't need to. So, now this guy, easy way to cheese it, gives you an extra hunt point, and I got enough to heal up. It is really good to pay attention to that bar, because you never know when you're gonna need that extra bit of healing. And if you come in here, I believe, yep. I'm gonna take care of these guys first. That way I don't have to worry about the potential getting damaged. Malformed.
We are wrong. A mistake? My body, it shouldn't look like this. I can feel it. I know it.
Believe me, I understand how that feels too.
My thoughts, my words, they come from a dead thing. Accursed breath, life forced into unwilling dirt?
And then,
This is how I'm meant to be? Give it back!
now early on, you don't always heal. So the wretch, which is what he was, better formed than their closest siblings, the crawlers, yet with little breath left in their minds. Aggressive and quick, but predictable in their rage. Understandably so. Now, early into this section of the game, right now, you can't absorb them, even if you attempted to, but the next section you will. Annoying buggers. Okay. Now that opened up a shortcut. Take out that guy, because they're a pain in the backside. I should have absorbed some of the stuff from him. Oh well. Actually. Oh yeah, that's a debris field. When broken and scattered, it is held up by the spiral's field, reducing incoming damage by 15%. Further duration. Oh! I'm gonna equip that just in case. Okay. Nail. So, right here is where we fought the guy. We just took a quick shortcut around there. Also, this is another thing. That is the blood metal splinter. With it, it can be worked into weapons by the breathsmith of the world pillar. I have not come across that yet, so It's just really cool to hold on to. You come up here. Easy way to get across.
Psst, over here, shimmering one. This wall can't be broken from your side. You can get here through a path from above.
Now, this is where I consider this area slightly creepy, because besides the crying, you have the stalactites in the walls. They're not, in my opinion, pleasant. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna put a point into strength, 2 into resonance, and 2 into dexterity. That way, 2, 2, 2. Then I can equip the finger sword. I say I have 2 into strength and dexterity. Now we can put, since we have 2 of these hunter points, I would. I'm gonna. I'm gonna put one in that just because it's gonna be useful. And. Let's put that. So, with the armor and that point, we restore 35% of our total force on a successful repel. Oh. Then we hit escape, and then we leave. And now, if I go into inventory, I can equip the finger blade over here. Now, if I show off, if you right-click, it throws fingers. And if you hit something with it, it also throws fingers. This is a okay. Let's. That breaks here. Allows for you to take him out. This allows you to find another blood metal. Piece, as well as a shortcut. Oh yeah, definitely healing. Definitely healing. Oh, that would have been a dumb way to die. So, what we just got was a motley pearl, which can be used in a circuit to extract hunt points from a trait. So over time you might find these in case you put them into a point that you did not initially intend to or want to. That's good one to be at. Oh. Right now, this is where you find one of my favorite weapons at, which is going to be the Bellow Mace. The Bellow Mace, it's a very slow, and it's D rank with strength and resonance. I'm gonna put that there instead of my maul axe. What it does is you can either do a quick one or swing. There, but the nice thing is that it does a lot of damage. But it also takes a lot of like, it took an entire bar of the stamina to use its heavy attack. That is not a smart thing. Ow. That would have been a dumb way to die again. But I'll use that to my advantage. Get more absorbed. And I know this is going to be a slightly longer episode, but I also haven't figured out how to get to certain areas like that. Now I've figured that probably will figure out that over time. Oof. Would not have been pleasant. So, probably once I get back to the cradle thing, after I unlock the path.
Glorious and anatomical one. Oh, I am so disgusted by my disgusting brethren. How dare they attack one such as you? It's not your fault they are misshapen and disgusting. Let's dump this pitiful place together. But first, you will need to get past the biggest ugly of them all. Break through its ugly face!
And believe me, it is ugly. Gonna grow. I don't have enough. Crab narf. Well, luckily, I have these unformed fingers, which they essentially give me more mass, which I'll use this moment to increase my force. Because I don't necessarily need to put them into health at the moment. But now if I go to my Bellow Axe and I use the hard hit, it does not take the entire amount. Forewarning, this might get a little bit creepier than before. And I might actually die for once. It is a big head. First, after you knock off its nose, Yep, it pushes you back. You have to first pull that out, then and then pull here, and that's what actually starts the fight. Heal. You break that part, gets upset. Ouch. Absorb that. Regain health. Ow. I'm gonna use that amount of time to heal. Now it's on to stage 2. Pull his arms. Pull off his other arms. Attack when you can. Okay. Ooh, I hate that sound. Let us finish this part. You know what? I actually say I did pretty good on that. I didn't get killed this entire section, so normally I don't do that, but hey. And that was a boss. He was not going to be underneath there, but he's going to be here. Amalgam. You gain the ability to build up ardor. The sky broke and breath dispersed throughout. Its gifts forced upon the world, permeating it with thoughts. Down below, the cavity was submerged in a liquid disrupting the planting of breath in its substances. Developing forms carried away with their growing minds by the running flow. Their barely formed shapes inhibited by the minds of many, united in the misery of the old pain. Which is why it was crying the entire time. And ardor is the thing that's 10. Now, actually, I'm gonna continue here, going through here. Once we get to the next section, I am going to end this episode there. Also, it randomly has this wall. Which I have yet to figure out what it's for. Alrighty.
Oh, scissored one, look what I found for you in the meantime. More followers to serve and bask in your perfection. This one is Boulderhead. It doesn't say much, but if I tell it to do something, it usually does it. And this is the other Boulderhead. It doesn't say much either, but look at how well I painted its face. I call them Boulderheads because their heads kind of look like boulders. I don't think they get it though, hehe. You must be headed to the palace. That's where all the other finely crafted rocks are, like you. There is a lift in Lilith that can take us there, away from the broken sky. Come, let me come with you, and I promise to be helpful. You see? I will stay to scavenge here for a little bit longer. See you later, hehe.
Alright. Alrighty. And this is where there's a little bit more of a story in it. Now, as we see this cutscene, we'll understand, one, how demented things are, but on the map it shows exactly where it wants us to go, like a hand reaching out. That is the palace that is calling. And after we do that, it shakes. Now, as I go down here into the unformed desert, and present myself in here, let me thank you for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, see you around.